Hello again, welcome to my channel, and this is the first of my video week videos. A little concept that I came up with recently about I'm going to do 7 videos, each for one day of a week. So that's 7 videos, 7 days that are going to form a week. This is the first, so this is effectively Monday's video. And the transformer that I'm going to review today is this fella. Universe Sunstreaker. I only just got this the other day, and I picked this guy up thanks in part to Destruction Snake Pit and his video where he reviewed Sunstreaker, but he also went into the the character profile and the story of this character Sunstreaker in the comics, the Marvel, and most notably he's in the IDW comics. But in watching his video, it rekindled my interest in the character, because when I was, back in the day, I used to collect the Marvel G1 comics. Sunstreaker was one of the characters that I kind of liked, had an affinity with, even though in the G1 comics he didn't really do a fat lot. I mean, like, Destruction Snake Pit said, he whinged and moaned about getting his paintwork chipped and scraped and damaged, and when he was in a battle he usually got injured and ended up in Ratchet's repair bay for long periods of time, so he didn't really get much of a look in. But there was something about his character, the fact that he was a Lamborghini Countach that transformed into this robot, and he had these silver, these sort of chromed air intake ducts on his back that formed his jetpack, and he just looked kind of cool, and I really liked him as a character in that respect. Anyway, watching Destruction Snake Pit's video rekindled my interest in the character, and I looked at this toy, and on seeing his review I thought, well, that looks a cracking figure, I've got to get me one of those. So I went ahead, looked on eBay, found this chap, and kind of an interesting story. I was bidding on him. I bid on him on the Friday, and I put a bid of about, I think it was 17 quid down on it. But I'm sure somebody else had already put a higher bid on, so it came up as, you need to bid more on this figure. So I didn't think nothing of it, I just left it. Anyway, went up to Bury at the weekend on the Saturday, as I do, and checked on my phone. Oh, got an email from eBay. You've won an item. What have I won? Universe Sunstreaker. I thought, bloody hell, I'm sure I wasn't the leading bidder on that. Anyway, turns out, at least I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, that one of the bidders has pulled out and left me the leading bidder, and I won it for minting packet for 17 quid. So can't really whinge at that. Obviously, when I looked at the seller, he's a new seller who's got 0 feedback, so maybe that's the reason why the other bidder pulled out, because he thought, well, it's someone with 0 feedback, maybe he's not not a trustworthy seller, maybe I'm going to get stitched up here if I bid on this. But turns out he's totally genuine. The item arrived the other day, and it turns out this chap I bought this off sent me a message saying he's got a list of other Transformers that he's looking to sell, so would I be interested in them? So might be some future sales in it. Anyway, this is an unboxing. I've already cut the tapes on it, so let's see if we can open him up. And there we have it, Sunstreaker in his alt mode. Now obviously it's some form of a sports car, like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. I think it's supposed to be a Lamborghini. I'm not sure which type. I thought it was a Lamborghini Diablo, but I don't think it is actually. It's kind of a bit of this, bit of that. It's a made up car that uses styling bits off some of the other Lamborghinis, but still it's a nice. Got a bit of weight to it. It's nice and solid. He's got the air intakes on the back. And that's his car mode. Obviously, details wise, he's got painted rear end with painted lights, number plate that says WR84, so obviously that's a hark back to the 1984 G1 toy line. Got a tamper-graphed Autobot insignia on his roof. It's got these kind of like a washboard effect on his roof. Clear lenses in the front. Obviously this grille here has been painted black. Wheels have been wheel trims have been painted silver. A little bit of a little detail line there on the windows. But apart from that, fairly plain. The weapon clips in the back and forms the exhaust of the car, so it's got weapon storage, that's good. So there we go. Now this is the first time I've got my hands on this particular mould, so it's a voyage of discovery for me. So let's see about transforming him. Now I'm going to do this transformation a bit different from usual. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sort of magic hand style transformation in front of the camera, and then I'm going to speed it up and then do my appraisal of the bot afterwards. So let's get on to that. So there we have him, Sunstreaker in his bot mode. And as this is my first experience with this particular mould, what are my first impressions? Well, good looking fella, nice colour scheme, you know, black, yellow and silver, you know, always does it for me. Paint apps, he's got these little orange stripes up here, tamper-graphed Autobot insignia, he's got the yellow flashes on his wings on his helmet, he's got painted blue eyes. The rest, he's got these sort of like translucent blue panels on the front of his forelegs. And yeah, the rest of him's made up of, you know, bits of the car mode that were painted. Around the back, obviously got these silver bits here that are obviously part of the underside of the car. Got the bonnet, got the jetpack, not much more to say than that. Articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so it, you know, full 360, and you get a little bit of forwards and backwards movement. The shoulder joints, when I was transforming him, they move, they don't lock into place very well. So sometimes, because the ball joint on the shoulder is a bit stiff, when you're moving it, it tends to move the shoulder joint as well, which is a bit awkward. So yeah, it could really do with a lot of locking point, or, you know, some sort of tab to hold it in place. Ball jointed shoulders, so they go all the way around. They go in and out. You also get a certain amount of in and out motion with the transformation joint on the back of the wheel. Got arm swivels. Got double elbows, so he can bring his arms right up and right out. Moving down, waist swivel, 5 swivels just above the knee. The ball jointed hips, which go in and out and forwards and backwards. 90 degree at the knee, and the feet are on ball joints, so they and an additional pivot as part of the transformation, so they will go any which way you want. Full motion on the heels. So yeah, he's got it all going on. Oh yes, also he's got fist swivels as well, so he's got it all going on articulation wise. The other little gimmick or little trick you can do with this fella that Destruction Snake Pit pointed out is this is a reuse of the Sideswipe mould, and Sideswipe was done slightly differently. They just reworked this mould to give Sunstreaker, but because of the way they did it, you can actually reverse engineer this mould into Sideswipe. And the way you do it, take the jetpack off, turn his head 90 degrees, turn the waist 90 degrees, and then all you've got to do is turn around the arms, basically reverse the arms, come on, like so, and then just reposition the jetpack. And there you have Sunstreaker in his back to front mode, reverse mode, with the bonnet as the chest plate rather than the roof. It's good that they put the extra clipping points for the jetpack into the mould so that you could put it round whichever way you wanted. So that was good. And yeah, he's quite a fetching little figure. Glad I got him. As I said, I had a liking for this character in G1 days, but this version of him is really nice. I'm quite glad I made the purchase. So this has been the first of my video week reviews. I will say farewell and see you all tomorrow. Bye.